Oh, yes, indeed. We are live in the middle on a Tuesday. Barrett Brooks, Harry Mays. Eytan is up in Connecticut, I believe, and hopefully he'll be joining us at some point. But we have a big game to talk about. Last night, I actually took in that entire football game, Barrett, from start to finish. And I'll tell you why. It's very good positioning out of the Mannings.
Oh,
because,
yes.
Had they put maybe Draymond Green or Al Michaels in that final slot, I probably would have checked out. But the fact that they had Phillip Rivers
He was
in
amazing.
the final slot, I'm sticking in for that, right? And took about midway through the fourth quarter almost until he joined the show. But I thought it was great. I thought Mickelson was outstanding. And I could not believe Draymond was pretty good too, by the way, except, and I think there's a conspiracy with regards to Draymond's appearance on the show, and I'll get to that in a second.
What?
But I could not believe that the Mannings hung Al Michaels, the great Al Michaels. Do you believe in miracles? Al Michaels out to dry with video of some horrible golf swings and put it up there for the world to see. I could not believe that, especially after they said, yeah, you treated us, you hosted us at your club. Do you know what club he belongs to, Barrett?
What?
I believe it's Bel Air out in the Hollywood Hills. It's a fantastically exclusive golf course, which the guest fee is probably upwards to $500 to $1,000 a pop.
Not the Fresh Prince Bel Air area.
That Bel Air. Yes,
wow.
The Fresh Prince. I believe the Fresh Prince's house was off the fourth tee, actually. So I couldn't believe that. That was number one. And number two, Draymond comes on, and they're having a good discussion. And Draymond loves football, and they're showing the video of him participating in, some Spartans practice back in the day when he was actually still there as a basketball player. And I thought it was kind of funny. It was good stuff. Then Peyton tees him up to promote his podcast that he's evidently, starting, and it might have already started. I don't know, but it's launching like right around now. And he starts to go into what it is. And as soon as he says that it's on the Colin Cowherd channel, oh, yeah, it's going to be great. And I'm like, what? It was perfect audio before it and after it. And I think somebody from ESPN went in there and did something to the signal just so they wouldn't promote a former employee who has now moved on to another network and is doing his own thing with this podcast channel.
That's exactly what happened.
Theory.
That is what happened. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
you're buying it. You're buying it.
That's great work by them because they don't want the competitor on there.
What do you mean great work by them? They're weasels.
What? That's what they weasels. Are. A weasel is a weasel does, and that's what they did. But yeah, man, of course they're not going to do that, man, especially that grand exodus they had in ESPN where they just fired everybody. It was almost worse than my shop.
Yeah, half of them went to Fox.
Yeah, just about all of them went to Fox.
Yeah, the one executive over there like pulled, Bayless and all those guys, and they're all making big money over on Fox. I don't know if they're getting any ratings over there, but who cares? You're getting paid.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Draymond promoting his podcast, and they weren't having it.
Well, hey, how about him going to practice? He talking about, he said it was on 2.
Right.
And the defense went hit, and he took off running and kept running. Everybody's looking like, what the hell is he doing?
Right. I thought the analysis between the two of them, and then when they brought Rivers on, was fantastic.
Especially when they brought Rivers on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here you got 3 old school pocket quarterbacks just breaking it down. It was just fantastic stuff. And how about Mickelson? Mickelson came on there to interview them, which was total Phil, because Phil wants to learn everything about anything. Like he wants to learn about football. So he's up there and he's got 2 of the best brains in the sport. I'm going to come with a list of questions and you're going to tell me what it is. You're not going to interview me. I'm going to interview both of you. I thought that was awesome.
On your show.
Right.
On your show.
Right. Yeah.
You know what, man? Just sitting down, listening to them too, man. And sometimes I'm sitting there when I'm watching the game. I said, you know what? I'm gonna try this once. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna flip up. This is the first time I really watched it in with the a major chunk of the Manning show. Usually I just watch the game itself.
Right.
But this time I just stuck around. Let me see what Harry's talking about. And you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Their breakdown, their analysis, just little things like Odell being on the field.
Right.
And the way in which they had him on the field. Like when they're, doing 2-minute or they're doing, quick offense. The mere fact they had him over there by himself, because there's only really a handful of routes you can run from that side of the field. So it's either a 9 route, a comeback, a slant, because you're on the wide side of the field and you're by yourself. You don't want them over there where you got other route combinations with the other wide receivers where you have to know which way you're going so you don't mess up another person's route.
Right.
So that analysis right there, it was like, you're absolutely right. So you can have a guy come in a day and learn the offense, but not know the offense and still play because you put him strategically where he needs to be so he doesn't get in anybody else's way, but he can still go out there and be a player. That was great analysis.
Yeah, and the other thing was in the red zone, they said, having him in the red zone could be a problem because he doesn't know the checks. He doesn't know, the hots and all that kind of stuff. And down there it can create an easy turnover. Well, so they showed him on the sideline. He wasn't even in the game for most of that stuff.
Well, that's what it is, because when you're in the red zone, it's just a smaller amount of real estate that you have to run around in. And when you start going in there and you don't know what you're doing, you might pull a defender somewhere where he shouldn't be. You don't know who the hot read is, and you might be the hot route on that play. Once a linebacker disappears as a receiver, you look, and if your linebacker disappears, you're the hot route. So you got to know to run a slant, a stop, turn around and make yourself available. If he doesn't know that, what else can he do? So he'd be a nuisance in there. He'd be a problem in there, because what if he goes somewhere he's not supposed to be, brings his defender? Now they're going to double team a guy who's the primary route and really mess up the way the play is supposed to be done.
Right.
And that's what happens.
But how about the performance? We were just talking yesterday, I believe it was, about Shanahan. In the last couple of weeks, we brought his name up. If you take out the Super Bowl year, his record is awful. But last night might have been his best game that I've ever seen him coach. Oh, he owns the Rams, by the way. And McVay. Yes. They always beat the Rams with McVay. It's amazing.
His team out-muscled, out-physical. They just kicked their ass, man.
Yeah.
From the start to the finish.
And I like the way they did it, running the football.
Oh, yeah. They were just a more physical team.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Samuels, man, and I almost shed a tear, man, because I want our guy to be that way. I want Jalen Reagor to play like he plays. I look at him and I see basically the same type of player if he had the same type of attitude, the same
Debo's
type of
way more physical. Like he's a physical player, and he's got speed too.
He could play running back. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like a receiver.
No, he doesn't.
He looks like a hybrid running back.
Right.
And they put him in a backfield, ran him like he was a running back. That was mind-boggling to me how they put that whole system together to beat up on this Rams team, man. I mean, and they didn't sugarcoat anything. They were running the same exact play, inside zone. They just, thought of different ways to block the front side and the back side. I love the way they did that, man. I mean, if they run the front side, they motion some guy to the front side to help with the double team to kick out the widest guy on the field, which opened up the hole and then the guy, once he hits him, he goes up on the linebacker, and it's created a natural hole. I mean, to me, that was like amazing how they did that.
And the other thing, I think it was Peyton who brought this up, saying that he never really kind of liked a wide receiver in the backfield or the idea of it, because he's worried that guy's not going to be able to pick up the blitz pickup or the protections and all this kind of stuff. He might leave him naked there and get pounded by some blitzing safety or something. But like all that kind of insight, these guys are bantering back and forth with one another while you're watching the game. I think it's fantastic.
Amazing. And you know what, man? As I was thinking about it and I was sitting back, I was like, man, that's incredible, because the first thing I thought about, okay, Miles Sanders is coming back. So if Miles Sanders is coming back, that means the rookie's not going to play that much. But, hey, how about this? Jalen Reagor hasn't been productive at the slot or anywhere else. How about we put him in where Jalen Reagor's supposed to be? Make him the slot receiver.
Yeah.
Make him run these jet sweeps, run these stop routes, have him run a couple wheel routes, angle routes. Use his athletic talent instead of using Jalen Reagor.
Okay.
If Jalen Reagor doesn't want to take that next level. So he could do everything that Deebo Samuels did, he can be Deebo Samuel. He's the same body type, same build. He could be that type of guy.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty interesting game plan. They stuck with it. And, man, the Rams, 2 weeks in a row now where they've looked like dog meat.
Garbage.
And Stafford looked like a quarterback that was playing like – he looked like Goff last night.
Well, you know
like
what?
He looked skittish. He was off on his throws. He looked like he was hearing footsteps. Like there was something wrong with him last night.
Something was wrong with him, and I don't know what the hell is wrong with those receivers.
Yeah,
they dropped everything
balls all over the place. Yeah,
tight end too.
Well, that turned into a touchdown.
Right.
That ball was right in his hands. And
Right
I hear these analysts this morning on ESPN, I think it was Jeff Saturday, who I normally like, saying, man, you got to bat that ball down. Bat that ball down. That was a catchable ball. That was in his hands. Yeah. He's not going up there trying to fight for it and saying, I got to play defensive back. That was a completed pass if he puts his hands on it. Ridiculous.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm looking at this game, and why can't the Eagles be the same type of team?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not much more talented than the Eagles are in all actuality.
Right.
Man for man.
Would you put Garoppolo and Jalen Hurts on the same level? Because I think I would.
That's what I'm saying, Harry.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only thing Garoppolo has is more experience.
Right. But Jalen Hurts is a better runner too than Garoppolo.
Jalen Hurts is a better athlete.
Yeah, better athlete. Yeah.
He has a better arm. He's a better player than Garoppolo. He just needs the experience to really learn how to play the position. And that's the only thing wrong with Jalen Hurts right now. He's learning, but the thing is, he's learning with a signal caller that's also learning how to call signals for this team. So when the bad signal calling is going to lead to bad quarterback play, and they run hand in hand, and that's the problem because as you know, when they went through that rough patch and they were learning, the quarterback suffered from it because it was bad play calling. So it sucks for Hurts because he's not getting the proper coaching. He's not getting fed the right way because the guy that's doing it is learning just as much as he's learning. So, you know, now they're starting to go. I mean, to me, their fates are intertwined. They're hand in hand as they get better. As the signal caller gets better, the quarterback gets better. As the quarterback gets better, the signal caller also gets better. It's hand in hand, man. Those two have to grow together, but they just need to get it going a little faster than what they got going on right now. Because I'm telling you right now, that team is not better.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
He's got the backdrop and everything. Yeah, he's on the road.
No. I was going to wait, so.
Appreciate it, bro. What's up, man?
Nothing. What's going on?
I'm confused.
Talking about this game, man.
Yeah, me too. So, go ahead.
Did you win bets?
When?
Last night.
Player
props or anything?
Yeah, player props. The game didn't go so well, but a couple of player props, couple of same game parlays that we had on site for sure.
I'll tell you, the Rams. There's something up with the Rams here 2 weeks in a row now, where they have just given you a toilet experience.
I gotta take this thing.
They said they were going to be ready, man. Yeah, they said they were, but they weren't ready.
McVay?
They couldn't match the physicality.
No,
that the 49ers had. They were just a more physical team. I love it.
Shanahan owns him.
Yep. What are they, 4-0 now?
5-0, I think. I think they've won their last 5 against McVay's Rams. It's really amazing. Because I mean that Niners team that we saw last night. I mean that was a way better performance than what they gave us. What was it, week 2 in here at the Link against the Eagles?
Exactly.
They looked dominant last night.
And they brought back what's his name? What's number 11's name?
Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
They put him back into the offense, and what does he do? Start doing producing.
Yeah.
You know, I guess the coach said, "Hey, you don't want to play for me? Then go sit down somewhere. If you want to play, then come out here and do it." And hey, he went out there and balled too, man.
Well, he didn't do much. I had a prop with him under 4.5 receptions.
Okay, so it was receptions, not targets, right? Because I think he had 5 or 6 targets, didn't he?
Yeah, Samuel was the guy who won me all that money. Come on, Barrett.
He was at work, man.
Dude, he's a man, Deebo Samuel.
No question.
That touchdown hit the longest reception. I mean, he had longest reception. He had longs of what, like 20, 23, 30, something like that.
Yeah, and how about the touchdown chain? What'd you think of that thing? How about that medallion?
Is that new?
I think that's new. I've never seen it before, man. That's bigger than any turnover chain that I've ever seen.
Is that a team thing or is that
think
a Samuel thing?
Maybe it's just a Debo Samuel thing. I don't know. Looked like you went to see JAKIB the jeweler before the game.
No?
Barrett?
Hold on a second. My fault, Files.
Oh, jeez.
My fault. But yeah, let's get back on it. Now, what'd you say?
The touchdown chain that Debo Samuel had on. Did you see him pimping that thing on
Exactly,
the sideline?
man. Exactly.
It looked like something that Flava Flav would have had around his neck back.
That's
in
like
the
the
day.
new thing now, man. This college kid started a new thing, man.
Yeah.
So you got to have it.
Where
But,
did that start? The U? Didn't
Yeah,
the U start
turnover
that?
chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's
that was
right.
it. But that's real.
Right.
That's a real chain. That's worth money.
Is this
Other
a
guys
chain
have
here,
fake
though?
ones. It's
But is
still
this a
jeweler.
Debo thing or is this a 49er thing?
I
It
don't know. I
had the
think it's just
49er
Debo.
logo on it, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. He was the only one who really did anything
Right.
in the end zone anyway. Although I do like that running back out of Louisiana Lafayette.
I know he was balling, wasn't he?
I'll tell you, man, that guy can play.
Well, you look at man,
Who?
their offense.
Elijah Mitchell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him. He had a big game.
When you look at their offense, it's all about those guys up front, man.
Right.
And once they switched over from and took the kid from
McGlinchey.
McGlinchey, once they
Yeah.
took him out,
Yeah.
things just totally turned around, man. Ever since he's been sitting on the bench, it's totally turned around. This
Right,
other
and when
kid
they
is
played
balling.
the Eagles, you were very anti. You were down on McGlinchey's game way
Oh,
back
yeah.
when. So
Yeah,
obviously they
yeah.
saw it coming.
Right.
That's a local guy you're slamming.
I know,
I
Penn
hate to-
Charter guy. I think.
Yeah.
I
That's
hate
a
to do
vi-
it to him, but he
that's
was
a
getting his ass
violation.
kicked. Yeah.
What
Can't
next?
do
You gonna
that.
rip on Matt Ryan?
Right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, no, I can't do that, man.
Can't
Like,
go
No.
full
Prove us-
cuss on him, man.
proof is in the pudding. I mean, he literally sucks, man. He
Yeah.
sucks. There's tight ends that block better than he does. So they put this other kid in there, and he just took it over. He's taking it over. They got a physical
Trent
offensive
Williams
line.
is playing great football on the other
Bruh.
side, man.
Yeah. It's
He's talking about
amazing to see that.
physicality.
Yeah.
He missed time earlier, didn't he?
Well,
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Well, I was telling Barrett that I stayed up for the entire game, and I even tried to take in a little bit of the Bulls Lakers afterwards, Eytan.
Yeah.
You would have been proud. I turn the TV on in my bedroom, and I put it on, and it's freaking halftime. It was like 55-47 Bulls at halftime or something. And I'm like, I'm not waiting through a halftime show on NBA TV. I am out.
You shouldn't on any sport, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
so what happened to AD, man? Why did they kick him out, man? What exactly did he say to get him ejected from the game? What did he say?
I can tell you this. First and foremost, that killed any hype or thought, I should say, of the Lakers winning and covering that spread. So
Right.
that was out entirely there.
But wasn't it all Russell Westbrook
Yeah,
for
it
them
was
in the first
Westbrook.
half?
It was, right.
Yeah.
But he was trying to put his shoe. You see that? Like he was trying to put his shoe on.
Uh-huh.
You see that thing?
Yeah.
Where he was like basically trying to put his shoe on, and they came over, and I guess he was yelling at the official.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
man,
trying to put his. Yeah, he wouldn't let him put his
like
shoe on.
it should be a
Like an official's
equipment
timeout or whatever.
equipment
Yeah.
timeout, right?
Yeah.
Equipment timeout because he's inbounding the ball too.
Right.
Like
Right.
he's inbounding the ball. It's not like anything other than that. And then I guess he was hurled.
Man,
But I mean, my God, how? There's 221. Now they're down 20 at this point, right?
Right.
But who knows? You know, there's 221 in the third. So you do have a quarter, and you know you have 14 minutes and 21 seconds. So you can make a run. It's not insane by any means.
Yeah.
But, you know, even without AD, they only lost by 18 as opposed to them being down 20. So it's not like once AD went out, everything went to shit.
I thought LeBron was going to play this game. Why didn't he play?
No, he was out.
How long is he out for? Like now?
Officially, I don't know, but I knew he was out last night. I mean, at that point, the Bulls just, you know, they were in control anyway, to be fair.
Right.
But that's,
right.
you know, that's the thing. This Bulls team, man, if they can score, they already play really good D.
Yeah.
They're a tough team. And they didn't have Vooch either.
Right.
Right,
DeRozan
right.
had to love being back in LA though, man.
Yeah, that was a
he put on a
homecoming for him,
show,
right.
man.
That's why he stepped it up.
Yeah, and tonight the early game is Golden State Brooklyn in Brooklyn, and then the Sixers Utah is the doubleheader game
Line was
Oh,
at
Utah.
8.5 this morning. It's up to 9.5 now.
for Utah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I
It's
got a
up to
little
10.
basket.
I apologize. It's at 10 now.
little basketball
Jeez.
action today. Okay, I'm watching basketball. I'm going through basketball.
What, at 10-10? You're going to be up tonight, 10-10?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be locked and loaded. I gotta watch
10-10
these.
wins?
I tell you, I got to be honest. I had the endurance last night.
From what? What, are you taking the red pill? Or the...
No. The Manning cast. I was telling Barrett, like, it was great positioning by the Mannings, because had they had Al Michaels on in the fourth quarter, or maybe even Draymond on in the fourth quarter, I probably would have tuned out because the game was long since over. But the fact that they had Rivers, I couldn't wait to see Rivers. So I stayed right through the end.
I like Rivers, man.
Who?
I mean,
Rivers.
Yeah. Rivers is one of those guys. He talks a lot of trash, but he does it in an old Christian boy good
He
kind
doesn't
of way.
curse.
He doesn't curse.
No.
Gosh darn it.
Dad gummit. Like, he's one of those guys like Bobby Bowden that would say dad gummit.
I feel like
Jiminy
Manning
Christmas.
Cash should be relegated for games coming up like Jets Dolphins. You know, give me a piece of shit game where I don't care about what's going on the field. Was Sean McVay undressed, diaper removed, and spanked on his bare ass not enough for you? Like, you needed to hear from Phillip Rivers on top of that?
And Phil Mickelson. I was in my glory last night. Are you kidding
Well, you
me?
buried the lead. That's why you.
But that was the second quarter, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
They had him in the second quarter.
but you stayed, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
No,
I didn't miss a minute.
I mean, this is ideal. Honestly, this is ideal for a baseball game. Like, this is where you want, to see something in a baseball game where it's so easy to just move away from whatever's on the field,
Right.
and then hear something like that's where I would be glued, because I wouldn't want to miss anything.
Yeah, they probably will do this. Can you imagine, like, A-Rod and Matt Vasgersian interviewing people during the 7th or 8th inning of some god-awful Sunday night baseball game?
Well, could you do a sibling thing? Could you do the Canseco cast?
No. Now there's an idea. Oh, that's brilliant. Who's the other one? Ozzy Canseco? Isn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What,
Oh, yes.
what do
Yeah.
you say, Oz?
I told you I saw him down in Tampa, and he was signing autographs like he was his brother.
Ozzy was.
Yeah, down in Tampa.
What was
yeah.
it? The Hard Rock Casino there in Tampa?
No. It was actually at what's it called? Mars Vineyard.
Mom's Venus.
Yeah.
Mars Venus. Yeah.
What were you doing in there?
Great steak.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, I wouldn't eat something frozen in that place.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That is disgusting in there.
That is terrible. You can definitely do better. I'm sure.
Oh man, it was me, Charlie Batch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm giving names.
Yeah.
Why
Max
didn't you bring
Starks.
this up when we had Batch? We could have pressed him on whether or not he was eating the steak too.
Man, I forgot about
Let's
it,
get him
bro.
back on. I didn't even know they
Yeah.
served food in that joint.
No.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Top 5 steaks.
Johnny Morton, he was there. He was with us.
I'd rather have Morton steaks.
Right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Jesus. At Johnny's house. For God's sake.
What happened? Like, give me some. I clearly missed it, right? So fill me in. What happened here? Phil Mickelson say something? Did Phillip Rivers actually say something compelling? Did
Phil Mickelson was on there to interview the Mannings. He was interested in learning football rather than he being interviewed.
so he was asking questions?
Yeah.
And turned
Yeah.
into something awkward, or was it like?
No,
staying
it was
that way?
good. It was good.
Yeah.
He wants to be.
Yeah.
I mean, he just wanted to know about football, man.
Yeah.
And
Like
then
what?
and then Draymond Green came on, and he was just talking about how he loves basketball. I mean, how he loves,
He loves football more than basketball.
Yeah, and he was talking about how he was able to go to camp one time. Was Saban the coach back then? He wasn't the coach back then, was it? It wasn't Saban, was it?
No, he was after Saban. He was there
Yeah.
after Saban. Trying to think who the coach might have been, but no, it wasn't Saban.
But
Mm.
what'd you say?
Saban went from there to LSU, and then from LSU to Miami, and then to Alabama. I mean,
Right.
he was at Michigan State like around the year 2000, maybe I want to say.
Right. In fact, that was Ike Reese's coach.
Oh, is that right?
He was
Really?
with Ike Reese. He was with Ike Reese.
Wow.
So
Jeez.
Now,
he's always telling a story about Saban.
is that right?
Well, yeah, I
Yep.
can't believe you didn't see this with Draymond. Eytan. I was telling everybody that Peyton teed Draymond up. Apparently, Draymond's got a podcast that's launching, and he's talking about what the podcast, how it's going to be different, and why you should listen to it. And then he goes into telling you where it is available.
Right.
And it's not through an ESPN outlet. It's through their old guy, Callan Cowherd's network. And as he started to go into that, the microphone
Really?
Very
got real
strategic.
garbled until
Yeah.
he was done saying that portion of it. Boom, he's back on and up perfectly. I think they
Unbelievable.
sabotaged it.
I'm sure they did. The
That's
vol-
great
the
work by
volume,
them.
Yeah.
Very strategic.
That
They did
sport
it- they
betting
did it.
league that he's
There was something,
created.
you know, Andrew Bogish was on the board and he just
Yeah.
like went there and just screwed it up.
I could see that.
I wouldn't put it past them.
No, not at all, man. Wow.
Yeah, I've
that's
been
insane.
I've been
Right
talking
at
to
that
Bogues.
time. Huh?
I've been talking to Bogues.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
When's
yeah.
your
Oh,
game?
you've been talking to him?
Yeah, we
When's
going
your
back and
game?
forth.
Saturday.
Saturday in Delaware.
Maybe you guys should do a Manning cast for that game. That could be a boring game. Who knows? I mean,
Oh, well,
you and
it's a
Bogus should
rivalry
just
game.
start telling stories.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it's gonna be a good game, right?
You know, his usual guy is Quadri Ishmael.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's his usual guy.
Correct.
But Quadri's son plays for Villanova.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, right.
So he wants to
right,
watch the game.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, I'll go ahead and do it. But I'm gonna hype him up a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Quadri would probably be homerish too
Yeah.
with his
Right.
son's team. Can't have that.
Yeah, but if they're getting blown out, then wouldn't you get such a raw? See, I would rather take that risk in the event that it would work both ways. Like, can you imagine his son's playing? They're down by 30. His kid makes another mistake. God damn it, this kid! I can't. Like, wouldn't you
We
want
went
to
through
hear that?
this.
You need-
Right.
yeah,
So I'll
I-
take the risk of how this thing, knowing that could be in there as well.
yeah, that's true. That would make for great audio. Yeah, Avian Jackson on the stream says they Forrest Gumped his mic. Remember when Forrest was speaking on the what do they call that? At the reflection pool down in DC.
Oh,
and the guy
yeah.
he pulled out the plugs.
Yeah.
And that's what I think about that. They just plugged them back in for the very
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, yeah, just like last night. Everybody's sitting there like, yeah, whatever he said. I got to see it. Oh man. Well, look, I was just curious, you know. I was just definitely curious. It's amazing to me that they're doing this with good games. That's all.
Well,
Like it's sensory overload. There's no way you're watching the game.
Oh, yeah.
and listening to all this shit at the same time.
Oh yeah.
wouldn't you think that they would do that anyways? You know, they wanted that podcast. I mean, that show with the best games instead of bad games. I guess we
I don't
want to
know.
see it because we're selfish. We want since
You'd
we're not going
watch
to
it,
see the
whatever.
action.
You're going to, but here's the thing: you're going to that
Right.
for guests. You're going to that for Rob Gronkowski and this other bullshit.
He
right?
was
Well, not
terrible.
Rob. Not Rob.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
Yeah.
the game itself is inconsequential, and in fact, point being is that you're more likely to watch the two brothers and whatever the hell they're doing if it's the Jets versus the Dolphins than you are if it's a 2-point game in the fourth quarter. Now, I don't know if they're changing it up. And if it's a 2-point game in the fourth quarter, if they cut Mickelson's mic or whoever's out there and they
No,
do analysis.
no, I don't think they do because I've watched every one of them, and there's been some competitive games, and they don't cut out of it at all.
No, not cut out. Oh, you mean as far as cut out
Like-
of what they're doing?
Yeah, they don't cut out of the guest and
Got
just
it.
start breaking down football.
Well, you know what? I like the way they break down football. You know, you get more of the funnies with you know, with Eli. Well, now Eli's more of a cut and dry. All right, you know, you're this guy, you know, or this is what they're doing on second down. He's that type of guy.
Right,
But Peyton's more of a, you know, the animated guy, you know, he's cracking the jokes, you know.
right.
more so
Plus,
than
he's
anything.
drinking. He's got that Yeti cup or whatever over there. There's something in there that includes alcohol. I swear. to
It
God.
has to. It's
Yeah.
infused.
Yeah.
Has to be infused.
Yeah,
No
Yeti.
doubt.
He's drinking that Yeti.
You-
You didn't know that's slang for something. So he's just
Oh, it
sending,
is?
he's sending a message back home, right? To
Oh.
Mississippi.
Then he
Oh,
talked
hey,
about
y'all got that Yeti, huh?
Is-
but you know what? He talked about when Draymond, when Charles Barkley said he was going to whoop Draymond's ass.
yeah.
And then he said he totally, you know, pulled the wool over his eyes. You know, he caught him off guard. You know what I'm saying? He blindsided him because he said
Right.
as soon as he came on the show, he's ready. You know, he's ready to beef. He's ready to start, you know, talking crazy to him. And then Charles comes up to him, you know, and disarmed him like, "Hey, man, great to have you on the show. you know, saying, man, I, you know, appreciate you coming on with us. And yada, yada. He's looking at like, is this the same guy?
He
said
totally
was gonna kick
disarmed
my
him, he
ass?
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, this is the same guy said he was going to kick my ass when he saw me.
Yeah. All right. Now, Ash is saying.
Yeah, we got a break though. So
Okay. Well, when we come back, Ash has something. I got to ask you guys about this. I'm not aware of this Thursday night feature.
All right.
So
yeah, so this actually sounds somewhat interesting.
it does.
And I just look, I can't imagine me sitting there and saying this is more compelling than listening to what was. But again, I'm not watching the main broadcast for audio either, so I have that thing muted. All right,
That might be something. Yeah, let's talk about that. 'Cause that might be something there.
Yeah.
all right, let's do that. We'll come back in 3. It's the middle.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. 1 free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
As a hard-working American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm. Find out why they say, we got this.
The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull Beef Jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
Basketball is part of how we grew up in this city. And every morning, IBEW Local 98 members take their best shot building this city, rescuing our community from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are, like the Hawks who will never die. Local 98 members love tradition. John Doherty, business manager of Local 98, says it this way: the best way not to forget where you come from is to never leave.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
All right, now you say you see something here with Ash.
Yeah,
See?
Ash put it up on the stream saying that I watched the Scouts feed with Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks on Thursday night, and then says it's on Amazon Prime and Twitch. I have Amazon Prime. I could access it there. That sounds like something I need to check out this Thursday.
Yeah,
What is that? Twitch?
No, on Amazon.
No, okay. So is it every week or is it just this week?
I don't know, but I'm assuming it's every week. I'm going to try to find it on Thursday night.
Well, yeah,
New England
Thursday
and
night
Atlanta.
football?
Yeah, Thursday night football.
The pro game.
Correct.
So you're gonna have scouts there.
Yeah.
Like Bucky Brooks is a big college guy.
Yeah. So is Daniel Jeremiah.
And I would see I think it would be better if they did it on a Saturday for college football, because then you could break down the talent that might be trying to get to the league. But I can't see it being good on Thursday when they say, all right, I remember when he's in college, he might have ran this 40, how he fits in the system what they thought of him when he was coming out. That could be very interesting. Very, very interesting. I can remember
I just like the alternate broadcast idea.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's Thursday night? Well, Thursday's Fox still, right?
I believe it's New England and Atlanta this week.
Look, I'm just curious to see what they do. I'm curious to see what they talk about, the difference as far as the presentation is concerned. Clearly, it's not going to be the same as the Aikman and Buck broadcast, right? So I think that's going to be interesting to see it. I also know, like, you're talking about guys who are already in the league, so it's not like are they better suited to do this for like a college game?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was getting at. On a Saturday doing it. But I'll say this: with both of those, like you have Bucky Brooks, former court, he played cornerback, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Played cornerback in the league for a long time. Daniel Jeremiah, he was a scout.
Mm-hmm.
He was a scout for the Eagles.
Ravens, I believe. He bounced around a couple different places.
Yeah, so they know how to evaluate talent and personnel.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see them saying like, all right, if they were talking about the Eagles and breaking down how the draft fails, what's worked for this Eagles team, how this coaching staff can take advantage of the players that they have. I see them going in that direction, not necessarily with Peyton and them. Their broadcast is more so, we're joking around and then we're breaking it down a little bit. You're getting a real point of view from the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
With these guys, I think they'll apply more of the, technique and technical stuff to, what these guys can do and what they can offer. And if they're not maximizing the potential of this player, if he was in a different system or doing something, other than what they have him doing right now. So I can see that kind of happening in this type of broadcast.
Well, now Ash adds that Joy Taylor is also a part of the broadcast.
Which broadcast?
The Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks deal.
Got it. Okay.
Joy Taylor.
From now you're a big fan of Joy
Well, she's
Taylor.
on the Cowherd show, and she's always showing ample bosom.
Okay.
On
that brings
on
you
television. So
is that enough?
Does that bring in more people?
Well, I don't know. It's probably bringing in more people than Bucky. Right? Or the other guy who nobody knows. Like, at least people know who Bucky is. No,
that's Joy Taylor. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, wait, the other guy is Daniel Jeremiah.
Daniel Jeremiah. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
But it's funny you said that, Eytan, because that's exactly the reaction I got. I'm going to say 6 or 7 years ago when I went to the program director and wanted to get a paid spot once a week with him on the midday show that I was doing. Jeremiah, I was doing with Baldy. And he actually sat there and said, I mean, nobody knows who he is.
Well, no, I misread that. I thought it was somebody else. I apologize.
No, but that's what his reaction was to Daniel Jeremiah, who is now the Mike Mayock of NFL Network.
Yes.
Yeah, and has been wooed by a couple of, or at least had interviews
and
with
teams.
Yeah,
of course. I mean,
absolutely. Jeez. Nobody knows who he is.
What's what happens, man?
Ceases to amaze me.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Nobody knows who Barrett Brooks is.
I mean, I love Barrett.
Yeah.
I mean,
who is he?
What can he bring to us?
I mean, I played for Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Oh my goodness, man. That is something else. All right.
He used to be so scared of me, bro. He used to be so scared
yeah?
of me when I see him. Oh yeah. When I see him. I'd be like, what, man? You cool? You good today?
Yeah. Give you a little pat on the back and stuff, right? Yeah. Did he ever do what he always did to me, to you? Where you'd be coming down the hallway and he'd be coming up the other way, and there's no real way for him to. He'd have to interact if he didn't duck out a doorway. Like the first doorway to the right or left, he's going to put up the phone like he's taking a phone call and out. And it's a fake phone call. It was never real.
I'd see he wouldn't. If he did that to me, it'd be personal. Like, yo, bro. hey, you ain't talking to nobody, man.
Yo, get back
to
here,
me, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
get
talk
back
to
here,
me, bro.
You
got to talk to me, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, I didn't
Hey,
I didn't wake up next to you yesterday, bro.
You
know what I'm saying? I didn't wake up next to you this morning.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to talk to me, man.
Right.
Don't do that to me. That's crazy, man. Crazy. But that's gonna be a good broadcast
you're
also.
right, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Bucky's pretty good, and And Daniel knows his stuff, bro. So I mean, I can see that happening. I can see it
DJ?
happening.
I think they call him DJ.
They call him DJ, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, DJ. You look at this guy here. And then is Joy on the field?
No, she probably traffic cops the thing. She's probably sort of sets him up.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it takes it in and out of
she's the point
commercial. Yeah,
she's the
point guard.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Probably.
Mannings don't have a point. Why not just? Aren't we assuming that Brooks and DJ are on site? No,
You think so?
Is that too much?
I don't know.
I don't think they'll be on site. I think it'll be the same way.
But you didn't see any of it last night because you missed Al Michaels, right? In the first quarter. Yeah.
No, look, I keep telling everybody here, I have a fan on with white noise. I have something on my computer that's distracting me. That's either visual or I'm keeping up with stuff. And I have the game on to where it's just loud enough I can hear the crowd. But very rarely am I listening to what these guys are saying on there. So no, that's what I'm saying. Like, to be fair, even if I caught what they were saying, I probably would. That's why I'm not good for the Manning cast, because you need to hear that.
Right. You got to dial in because they showed video. Somebody sent them, one of Al Michaels' buddies sends the Manning's producers video of Al Michaels on the golf course cursing a storm. Like hitting lousy shot. He couldn't get out of a bunker on the one. He looked really bad. I felt bad for him. And they're putting this up there. Like, it was totally like making fun of the guy. Like, he's a member at Bel Air and hosted them once, which is probably a $1,000 a person day for him, which for Al Michaels, that's nothing. I get it. But still, they were hosted at Bel Air, and then they throw up video to embarrass the guy.
Right. So was that not part of the journey?
The journey.
Yeah, like getting Phil Mickelson there and setting up the whole interview. Was that not part?
Phil wasn't a part of that. He didn't have a comment on the video.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
he didn't, did he?
No.
No, that's what I'm asking. I don't know. You're jumping around it's like an episode of Quantum Leap. You're jumping around left and right here. We're going from 2000 to 1958. Jeez. No.
But then, so you did look at the game, though, right?
No, you guys didn't see the game either. You're watching a man.
Yeah, I did.
You're watching
Draymond
Green talk about kicking people in the nuts.
I couldn't believe on 4th and 6. I couldn't believe on 4th and 6 around midfield that they actually called a timeout when they had like two timeouts left.
Right.
San Francisco.
The guy kicks a field goal down 31-7.
Yeah, I know, to make it, and then he passed up on a field goal at the end of the first half for a fake field goal, which was the dumbest call I've ever seen since James Franklin tried it on Saturday.
The worst. And what added injury to insult is that a defensive lineman is the one that made the play. A defensive lineman that's supposed to be rushing,
right,
and trying to block it, peels out and just runs like a 4.3 40 and hits the guy when he tried to catch it. It was great, man. I mean, he just hawked him down, too. Lit him up on that play.
I can't believe McVay is such a wuss, whatever the proper term is. I apologize if I offended anybody, but hold on a second. I mean,
let's just go wuss.
What is going on? Is there a broadcast where you get to see Draymond Green kick McVay in the nuts? Because I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that, too, actually.
Like, McVay, that's the evolution of this. This is Fox's version of it in like 2 years.
You're right.
Where the coach is actually down there and the guest is not talking to the Mannings, but ready to do something to the coach if they make a Oh, you sure you want to challenge that, McVay? Draymond's ready right there with his size 18. I'm telling you, man. So I'll watch that all day.
Oh,
McVay does the fake field goal. Draymond Green kicks him square in the nuts. I guarantee you, he's not kicking a field goal at the end of the game. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, what was that field goal for? That didn't even get him the over, or it didn't get him the point spread. I mean, it's just meaningless.
Nothing.
Absolutely meaningless.
It made no sense. Everything about this guy's praise, the love. Here's another thing too. You're putting it all on Matt Stafford? Has Matthew Stafford played in a playoff game?
No. I don't
Not
think he has.
one.
No.
Nope.
And look,
they haven't been to the playoffs right since Barry Sanders, I want to say, right?
Was it the Ray Rhodes game? No. Had to have been after that, right?
I don't know.
No, it's been a while. No, well, no.
No.
We went to the playoffs. I was there. We went to the playoffs 1 year.
Okay.
And this was in 99 and
That's a long time ago.
Correct.
and 2000.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that the Rhodes year?
No, Rhodes wasn't there.
Actually, they were in the 2016 playoffs
Okay.
and lost to Seattle.
There you go. That was the one time that Stafford's played, and then it was the first round that they got bounced out in Seattle.
And they
correct?
lost to Dallas in the 2014 wild card.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That might have been him too.
14. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have
Boy.
two playoff games in his career where they get bounced out. Is that right?
Yeah. Probably.
Who were the
How
coaches
long has
back
he
then?
been in the league? 10 years? 8 years?
Longer. Yeah, I would say that. So
Because 2011 they got in against New Orleans and lost too. Then it was back to Barry Sanders after that.
right. I mean, the guy has. If this were a younger quarterback, if this were somebody who was newer to the league, you'd be looking at him like, you get him in the playoffs, then it's just a matter of time before he makes a mistake. Like you'd have to
Like
treat
Lamar
Stafford
Jackson.
that way earlier. Yeah, when they lost to the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year definitely better, but yeah, I think that you'd have to treat Stafford like that's a lot resting on Matthew Stafford for a guy who's played 2 playoff games and has been bounced
2 or
out.
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Well, you can't really fault him.
I'm not faulting him. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, as far as we don't see it often where somebody just takes flight like that. Usually it's seasoned guys who are hanging. That's all.
Right.
Now, maybe for a losing team, it's a little different.
Like a journeyman Rich Gannon guy or a Brad Johnson guy, later in their career gets the right situation and the right coach and the right team and makes a run.
They just handed him a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Gannon,
Johnson,
yeah.
Johnson, Gannon.
Oh, well, that was Brad Johnson against Gannon, wasn't it, in that Super Bowl?
The year before.
Gannon was the MVP that year, right?
I think so, yeah.
So
and Gruden just took a turnkey situation
Mm-hmm.
and took him to the Super Bowl and got all that hype over that damn Super Bowl and didn't do anything after that.
Yeah, I'd still take it.
It-
I'd still take
hard to
it.
argue, man. Right?
That got him the Monday night gig, and that got him the gig with the Raiders.
all that, man, all of that. I mean, you just put him up on a level,
Yeah,
and he didn't even really do it.
like he's some deity or something.
Right.
Like he invented the game.
Yep.
Incredible.
and didn't do nothing after that. He did nothing after that.
No.
But he just opened up a little quarterback school and became the quarterback guru from that point on.
And that was probably somebody at ESPN's idea.
Absolutely.
That probably wasn't even his idea. They were just like, you know what? This Gruden. What if we do a Gruden football quarterback camp?
Yep.
And we throw it on an hour every night in July and August when there's nobody watching any other stuff. This will be great. We'll put it on demand.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
Hey, that's the thing. People were watching it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was watching it.
Absolutely.
Well, it was quality content. Now
You never know what he'd say, and it wouldn't say something outlandish like offensive. And
No,
not in
it
public, but
No, he wasn't reading his emails. on the show.
no.
he was breaking down. He was just breaking down.
But
He was
he'd
breaking
say
down
it.
tape with those guys. He was breaking down tape with these guys coming into the league. You know what I'm saying? He
Now,
sat down.
what do you
with the
see
quarterbacks.
here?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
But, you know,
Exactly.
What kind of
give you that
coverage are
look.
they in?
Right,
Yeah,
that
right.
look. He'd also have the comments. He'd have
Yeah.
the crazy hair, the Chucky appeal. Like,
I remember Doc when he had Dak Prescott on. What do you look?
I remember
at
the
Dak?
Carson one was good.
Yeah,
Was it?
Carson.
I
too.
want to make you a two-handed monster. He kept saying it. He'd whack him with the the noodle, the styrofoam noodles. Don't you remember that?
Yep.
Because
No.
Carson would just hold the ball with one hand in the pocket, and he'd whack it and like knock it out of his hands.
That was being.
It was great.
That was
When was
all
this?
that, man. You never saw it?
no, I know, just joking. The noodle.
Yeah, the noodle,
Yeah.
not the golf ball. The noodle.
No. Those- You can't. You have to get that secondary mark.
I don't even think they're allowed on your golf course.
No.
Noodle balls.
In fact, if anybody finds one, they immediately blame me or my brother-in-law. So
It's Shander. Surprised it doesn't have his initials on it.
no.
I stopped doing that, right? I stopped putting my initials on it.
Oh yeah, because people would find them and send you photos.
The last time I
look
put
where
my
I found
initials,
this.
yeah, the last time I put my initials on it, was at golf. It was Jaws' golf tournament, and we're going back and they're going through the awards, and I'll be damned if 6 people didn't have 6 balls with my initials on it. You know what I mean? hey, Brooks, you lost this.
Right?
No, I didn't. Yeah, you did.
Were you
and
the only BB there?
Well, I'm the only BB that wrote the way I wrote the BB.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Was it
right.
like a Bart Brooks who snuck into that thing, or
Well, I had the customized Pro V1Xs with my Twitter handle on it a couple of times. I'd get them ordered, and then if I lose one, which is going to happen, guys would find it and take a picture of it and text it to me. And say, "Guess where I found this?"
did that work?
Wait.
Yeah. Did it work? No, I had to lose it again.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, everybody's finding balls everywhere. So I said, you know what? Let me stop doing this. If I lose a ball, hey, I just lost it. That way I can go pick up anything. I pick up a ball. Hey, here's my ball right here.
Right.
How do you know it's your ball? Because it's here.
That's
why
I found it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So maybe you don't have like the extravagant cursive BB, and you just do like a BB and think, oh, that could be anybody.
Well,
Bucky Brooks.
Exactly, Bucky.
Yeah,
You
Bucky
out there playing
Brooks.
with the Bucky Brooks ball. Maybe that's it.
Bro,
That's
I
what
just
you need to
don't
do
it.
is get Jaws to invite Buck. I'm sure they know each other.
You don't know if it's me or him.
Right. Now, if it was drove
Bucky
350
Brooks.
yards, it was probably me.
Right.
I'm just letting you know.
With a 1-iron, but
Right.
mind you.
Right. Unbelievable, man. I'm telling you.
Man.
Dude, I just had some of this again today. This,
Oh, yeah.
this honey glazed bourbon
So
Pure
good.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
So good.
dude, I'm telling you,
So good.
fantastic.
I found myself, I
That's
found myself doing the other day.
fantastic. Oh, yeah?
Cash.
The other day I found myself eating that the Pure Bowl, the one you have, the honey one, and then I take a pretzel, a soft pretzel, and I was eating them together.
Ooh.
A soft pretzel and that. Oh man, it was good, bro. It was good.
Wow.
So I just found it one time. Just married the
Combo, or
couple.
you just found the beef jerky.
You felt like the guy that accidentally put peanut butter and chocolate together way back in the day. It was
Right.
like, wow. Yeah.
We've got to do something with this.
Right. or like the did you ever have the soft pretzel wrapped hot dogs with cheese? Aren't they amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard to get all 3 in there, right? Like usually the cheese is the sacrificed ingredient, and it's like some sort of cheap substitute of a substitute cheese. But the flaking and the crust of it is amazing.
Yeah.
And if you call it the protein, right?
Right.
It's
If
pretty
you will.
good.
Yeah.
If you will.
The hot dog's got to be cooked well enough, though. You can't have one of those like undercooked.
Well, see, I had
dogs
something
wrapped in it.
overcooked, man. Like I was going on a trip, and I stopped by. Was it Auntie Anna or whatever it is? The
Auntie Anne's pretzels or whatever. Yeah.
So I had a pretzel dog, and they slip it in the foil thing, and they sealed it up, and I got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I get on the plane, so I open one up and I eat it. I'm like, oh, this is great. I get to the next one, I look at it, and you could tell it's been underneath that light for about 15 hours.
Oh no!
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it almost felt like beef jerky. It was all shriveled up. I'm like, and I couldn't go back and trade it in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already on the plane.
You're on the plane.
So I was a little.
So you ate it.
Of course I did.
Yeah, you went all Stazak on that dog, didn't you?
And how long was that plane ride?
2 hours. Just 2 hours.
Shame on you, because that's enough to go through and let everybody else know what you ate too.
Wow.
You got to do that when it's just you in a car or somebody that you trust.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
You can't put anybody else at risk.
No. Now, was that the same flight that woman looked at you, passed out comatose, like you were going to die? Because maybe those two are connected.
No, that was the last flight, man. That was the last flight I was on, man.
Okay. My God.
she looked at me. She tapped me on the shoulder. You okay? You stopped breathing for a minute there.
Yeah, it's called sleep apnea. You ought to try it sometime. It's great.
Refreshes the body like none other.
That lost oxygen to your brain gives you a hell of a buzz, especially at 50,000 feet.
It's amazing.
Oh man. Wow. Damn, did I have something infused this morning?
Yeah,
I don't know,
so.
man.
Well, you definitely did when you ate those Auntie Aunts.
Right.
You created your new Huffin' Putt, right?
Right, well, wait, but
Fucking fought.
Huckin'
But then
Putt combo.
what really pissed me off is that I paid so much for them. Almost like $7-8 for one. I had 2 of them in a drink, and she was like $15. Like, what?
Well, you
$15
bought it at an airport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
also
why.
just like
There's
double
a markup.
price. Yeah.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
Seriously.
The best part about the airport doesn't exist anymore.
What's
Bars?
A double for $1 more.
that? What?
That used to be the
like
the
drinks?
deal in the bar. Yes. Double for $1 more.
Which bar though?
Oh,
All of them. Like all the run-of-the-mill airport bars.
that would be amazing.
Double liquor or
For
double
$1
like a
more.
bigger beer. Or like you
Yeah,
get
see
the
what you're
bigger
missing?
size beer, and it was $1 more. It's
Wow,
fantastic.
that's amazing.
Wow.
So you get you an infused anything.
Yeah.
and you
Correct.
Double shot
Paying a
would just
buck.
be $1 more.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that because they're all different bars in industry, in like the same industry, but all different bars. I mean, so
Now you get a double, it's the same price as another drink.
Right.
right.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. The drinks are already $8.
Right.
Then you add another $8 just for a shot.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Come
See,
on,
that's why I
man.
don't do that. I'll bring my own flask.
They don't check those. That doesn't set off the metal
That's
detector.
plastic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Able to get around the whole TSA there.
Exactly. Just order a Diet Coke. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, you good to go.
I'm good to go.
Well, they make sure they make it a point to say you cannot consume alcohol on planes anymore, especially American. You can't
What?
consume alcohol. Yeah, in the main cabin.
Why?
They don't serve drinks anymore?
No.
Too many idiots probably ruined it for everybody else. All those
No.
viral idiots getting up drunk, like hitting people,
Right, who-
causing fights.
All right. Well, see who on the stream has caught a flight and had alcohol on it. They don't sell alcohol anymore.
Well, what do you do to drink or get drunk?
You wait till you get off the damn plane.
Or maybe you don't and you get ahead of it.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Are people pre-gaming for flights now?
Look, Lou D,
I
some
would
people
think
just pop-
so.
Look, Lou D says some people just pop a Xanax.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, but that just puts you out.
Takes the edge off.
All right.
Well, nobody wants to be knocked out. They want to
Yeah.
be drunk and belligerent. On a
Well,
flight.
is this because they don't want the flight attendants interacting with the people because of COVID?
No,
No,
they
I'm
still
telling you.
serve drinks and cookies
People-
and all that.
Too many people. How many times? Like once a week, you see some asshole who can't control themselves doing something on a flight, getting booted, yelling, screaming, "I'll kill you!" Like John Cheney out of a press conference. And then they get deboarded, and there's this whole thing about it. I imagine that has a huge, if not the sole reason why they stopped doing this.
Well, see, the streamers saying like United, they had alcohol. I'm telling American, they told us no alcohol on this flight. I think
Wow.
Southwest is the same way. I think Southwest is the same
Well,
way.
Southwest is it's pretty bare bones.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
should expect to get in and get out.
It's
You're
like
lucky,
a cattle call to get on a flight for Southwest, for God's sake.
You're lucky to get a wave.
Jesus.
Oh,
thank you.
now Joey B saying no booze on United. All I know is I've been flying American because it's a hub here. And when I book travel through ESPN, I always try to, book with American because, they have all the straight through flights you can get
Right.
because it's a hub in American. Back when I didn't have to get back as soon, I used to book with Delta because Delta had their hub in Atlanta. So I would get double miles because I fly from Philly to Atlanta, then Atlanta, wherever we go in the country. So I would get all those miles. I'll be at gold so quick.
Right.
American is taking a while because I have to get back, man.
Yeah.
It was what here?
Yeah, see, look.
Not Hub
Manny
Arcus.
Martinez.
Oh man.
What'd you say?
Oh, not Hub Arkush.
What's that?
Oh man, he's a football guy.
I don't know.
I used to have him on with Jody. Jody Mack is buddies with Hub Arkush.
Hub Arcus.
That's classic. All right, we got to go to break anyway, don't
Holy
we?
shit. Yeah.
That was amazing.
How do you not know? Come on, Barrett. Like, I'm sure you've been on one of his shows or something. Doesn't he write too for like
Yeah.
PFF or PFF?
Let me look him up.
Yeah,
What's his name again?
He's a good guest, actually. We should
Great.
get him on.
What's his name?
Hub Arkush. I think it's ARKUSA. I think it's how it sounds.
We got a break. It's the
Dude.
middle. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed here
Not
to the
all the
JAKIB
organs,
YouTube.
huh?
We're back at 3.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. 1 free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
As a hardworking American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm. Find out why they say, "We got this."
The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull beef jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
Basketball is part of how we grew up in this city. And every morning, IBEW Local 98 members take their best shot, building this city, rescuing our community from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are, like the Hawks who will never die. Local 98 member, love tradition. John Doherty, business manager of Local 98, says it this way: the best way not to forget where you come from is to never leave.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
All right.
Yeah,
Here we
Hub
go.
Arkush is the executive editor of Pro Football Weekly and a reporter for Westwood One NFL. He's a good guest.
I'm trying to.
Barrett, you still don't know, right?
Yeah, I saw him, but he doesn't look like anybody I know. So, but I'm having I'm going back and forth right now with somebody we need to have on.
Who,
Jari
Jari?
Evans. Yeah, so I'm trying to lock it in for tomorrow. He couldn't do today. He said,
Right.
"Well, can he come on at 12:50?" I said, "No, let's try to do tomorrow. That way we can talk to him more."
Well, he does
Get a
that
breakdown.
show with Colton, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who?
Jared Colton.
Hey, what are we
Colton?
talking about?
Jari Evans
Yeah, what happened?
coming on the show. Barrett's trying to get him on the show.
Trying to book him for
Yeah.
the show tomorrow.
Here?
For tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, it's easy. We can get him on. Just let me know.
I know. I'm trying to book him now.
Yeah, it shouldn't be try. He should just pop. He's been on the show before.
Yeah, he just can't do it today, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not today
that's
though.
fine.
We tried to get him on today.
He's moving around the hood here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't want to out any info, but yeah, absolutely.
So you guys are going to be neighbors?
I'm trying to get him to join the club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. You know, he's a golfer.
Oh, he is?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
he'll judge Barrett for swinging a 1-iron for sure. He's good enough golfer for that.
All right. I don't know if you guys probably saw this. I wanted to get your take on this because Mike McCarthy went to some, let's say, outside the box extremes to motivate his team.
Right.
Like we look at Sirianni and the weird stuff that he does. He used a product called Monkey Butt and handed it out. I guess he handed out a tube or a container of it to his players. It's like this anti-crotch itch powder or cream or whatever it is. I don't know. And it was red ass Wednesday or something, or red ass week.
Yeah.
Because of after that bad loss to Denver, he handed it out to all his players. In other words, like they should have red ass after that performance, and we're gonna use the monkey butt and fix it. And they went out and kicked it
on a baby like a kid.
You do? Is that what you do?
Can't you see Jerry Jones using something like? I need more of that
monkey butt,
right? Come on, man. Seriously, right? Like doesn't that roll? Seriously, I tell you, somebody from the South definitely made that.
Oh yeah,
say
I got that swamp ass.
Stop the bus.
Yeah.
Stop the bus.
I need me a bottle of Josh and some monkey butt. How funny is that?
Seriously.
Can you imagine what we'd do to Sirianni if he pulled that here?
Oh,
I think
man.
he's pulled worse, don't you?
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't
It'd
you
be
think
over.
like, seriously, this is just stupid, right? Like, Sirianni's trying to reinvent I don't know, 15th century philosophy. Meanwhile, this guy is just doing stupid shit. Like, I don't know what's worse.
Well, what was the other thing he said? Gallagher. He quoted like the comedian Gallagher, who hasn't been relevant since like 1977.
Exactly.
He's smashing cantaloupes and watermelons and stuff.
Can you imagine that? I mean, it's like you show up, you've never even heard of Gallagher. People in your family have never even heard of Gallagher, and your only experience is a stranger smashing a watermelon or pumpkin or something in front of you with a sledgehammer.
What do you do as a freshman? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at this like, what? What is this?
Now they're saying on the stream, Eytan's next QVC segment, everyone needs this monkey butt.
Yeah,
Would
right?
you sell monkey butt on QVC?
Only if I could do it in a Southern voice.
Yeah, you have to be in character.
Yeah.
All right. So they
What are
let you.
they talking about? Are they gonna talk about football? Yeah, that's what I would do. I do it in like a I'm here to sell you some monkey butt. Monkey butt. When my ass gets swampy. Like, who's that guy, Shelby from the Ken Burns? You know, he's like the main Southern historian. Shelby Smither, something like that.
For the documentarian,
Correct.
Ken Burns?
Yeah, so they're doing the whole thing on the Civil War, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they go to somebody, like whenever they need something from the Southern perspective, they go to this Shelby guy, and he's got this thick ass, like, Savannah, Georgia, like the down there, and he's talking and he's telling he's got the monkey butt. That's what he's got. He's got the monkey butt. You know, this General Lee. It was a warm, swampy day.
Shelby Dade Foot. That's
there.
His
You
name.
go.
There it
Foot.
is.
Shelby Foot.
Yeah.
And you had a swampy day, and you needed a swampy ass in order to cross. Monkey butt.
I can't get on that, man. I mean, for some reason, it reminds me of Deliverance when we're talking about monkey ass, man. You know?
That's actually the product, though. They call it that. I looked it up.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, seriously, what is anybody doing right now down there? Like, oh man, you know, I tell you what. No, we see teams get their ass kicked at times in the season, a long season where it doesn't make any sense. And they were 10.5-point home favorites. And what do? They came right back and they destroyed a squad on Sunday.
Yeah.
Just like everybody thought they would.
Like Buffalo did, losing to
exactly.
Jacksonville and then just destroy the Jets.
Exactly.
Well, worked the opposite way too. You know, look at what Dallas lost, and Denver just kick the mud hole in them,
Mhm.
and then turn right back around
Right.
and lose to the Eagles.
And Teddy
And-
B
yeah.
looks like old Teddy B. Yeah.
And look,
Yeah.
a lot of smarter people than me, a lot of people with sharp money, if you will, expected that. Like the swings are weekly in this league. That's why it's crazy to go up and down on everything after one game. Right? I mean, it's
Right, like,
insanity, the swings in this league.
That's why they call it Overreaction Monday every week, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, you just look at one game in a vacuum and make a determination on a team.
Well, you know,
Right.
3 weeks ago, well, 4 weeks ago, we were talking about Nick Sirianni being a 1 year and done, a one and done. You know what I'm saying? He was just going to be here for 1 year after he got shellacked and everything
Yeah,
else.
that was after the Raiders game, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
What he's not doing anything special. He's just running the football.
That
Like-
is special.
No, it's not.
It is special when you're it's special in an organization where they don't want to run the ball.
Right,
When the head
right.
man says,
Yeah, that would
"Don't
mean
run the
even
ball."
more reason.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, he's doing it. What makes it special because he's not supposed to do it. He's been instructed not to do it, and he's doing it anyways.
So how long do you think that's sustainable? Not listening to your bosses. Right?
You're out of here, kid.
Right, but if not
We just
listening
saw
to your
that with Doug Peterson. The guy won a Super Bowl. He didn't listen to the bosses. He was
Right.
out.
You're right, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
There is
It really
precedence
is.
for it. Yeah.
I mean, if you win football games doing it this way, you know, that's obviously what your talent dictates, and the boss isn't happy. Like, that to me is absurd. It just is.
It seems to be the growing trend of belief. I know we had Mike Sealski on last week about it, but it seems to be this growing trend of belief that they just want to rein everybody in and say, look, we're throwing the football no matter what.
Right.
And it's wild because 2 of the last 3 times they've just committed to the run. But that's all they're doing, man. Like it's crazy because I think by just giving praise, we forget how frustrated we were because we were right and we knew we were right.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I mean. I don't want to
Yeah.
forget that first half of the season and just like they were doing things that made no sense.
Right.
None
And it was-
whatsoever.
And look, they're not even doing anything exotic on the ground. They're asking 5 guys to just maul.
And that's what makes me the maddest.
It should.
Because you had that ability from the beginning to do it, and you just didn't do it. And then I can remember being on a pregame show and just screaming and cussing out loud, like, look, dude, you got to stop this. Stop running this damn RPO. It just doesn't freaking work. And he still did. I'm like, look, it's not working right now because you're not able to run the ball. You have to be able to run the ball to run RPOs. You know what I'm saying? It's the closest thing you can get to being play action. That's not play action.
Mm-hmm.
Run the ball, and then you can set up RPOs. We started running RPOs now, and they would be so much more successful now because there is a run game. There's a run game threat. All the guys did early in the season was just they were just going to play the pass. Crash a guy, play the pass. That's all they were doing. And that was winning. They're playing winning football against the Eagles because they did that. Now, since they can run the ball, now you got to think in your mind, oh, man, we can't stop the run. We got to figure out a way to stop the run. Then you bring this extra defender in the box. Oh, lo and behold, Devontae Smith is open all the damn time.
Yeah.
Because you ran the ball.
But they also have to find a way to get another receiver involved.
Well, those other receivers have to find a way to be involved.
Yeah,
a
well,
lot
whatever.
Of times, a lot of times we think, Hurts, that the receivers just are not getting open. Hurts just not throwing to those receivers. No, the receivers are not getting open. You got to get open, and then you got to have trust in them. Like the pass to Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, he's got to have that.
The one in the end zone went right through his hands. Yeah,
Look,
it's in your hands, man.
It's
Come on, man.
circumstantial too, right? I mean,
It's not
Watkins-
circumstantial.
No, but
he should have caught that damn ball.
But look, it's balanced out by the fact that he got a pick given back to him that should have easily been intercepted.
But
So,
you got to
like-
take advantage of every opportunity you get, and that was an opportunity that was lost.
Well, that gives you
can't
an
afford to do
idea
that.
as to why a guy with his kind of speed lasted until the 6th round. I mean,
Exactly.
that should have been an easy touchdown.
Ah, da, da. It went right through his hands.
I don't think he's got a history of this, though, right? I mean, the only thing that was negative for Watkins before that play was him getting caught on that 91-yard bomb and not scoring. But then that was also leading to the Philly special.
Right. Part 2. Yeah.
But Watkins, I'd much rather have Watkins involved in this offense than Jalen Reagor, wouldn't you?
Yes.
He's a lot more functional than him. And I was talking to Harry about this earlier.
He's the Debo. He could use him as Debo Samuel.
Why don't we use him as Debo Samuels? Better yet, how about this? Let me put this. Let me put this in your ear, Eytan.
Bug in my ear.
Yeah, let me put this in your ear, bro.
That's what.
How about we take? How about since you have a player right now that's not producing at all and not doing anything, how about you replace him and put a guy like Kenneth Gainwell in there to play the slot receiver? And then, that as opposed to Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor doesn't want to go to get open, catch balls when he's supposed to, or do anything else. You put a guy like, Kenneth Gainwell in there. He may not be able to pick up the blitz or run,
right?
But he could damn sure run a slant route.
But if he's playing in the slot, you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Look, he can play all those.
We
can give it to him on a jet sweep or reverse. He'll do everything that Jalen Reagor can do. But he'll do it in a way in which it would work.
It actually be functional, but
right.
Yeah, so, especially with Sanders coming back this week. You'd have Sanders, and Howard in the back as your backs. Put Gainwell, split him into a slot guy.
You're not going to have Goddard back, right?
I don't know. That was a vicious hit, man.
Yeah, he's on protocol. He's on concussion protocol. So
looking at that again, I can't believe they didn't throw a flag on that one.
Was it illegal?
Well, it was direct helmet to helmet.
I thought he got him with his forearm.
Even then, even you use your forearm and hit a guy in the helmet, that's still a penalty. That still should have been a penalty.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit a person in their head with any part of your body.
Yeah, hit him in the head first. I thought it was a result of the contact. But
yeah, he hit him in the head. Yeah.
No big deal. It's inconsequential to me.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. He didn't throw the flag. You're right. So
I'll say though that it does present an interesting challenge if you don't have him. To how you can get some guys out there on the field. That's all.
Well, didn't they target Stoll a handful of times too in that game?
Yeah, I mean, that's also circumstantial where you don't have a week to implement other guys, and you can't just ask Gainwell to get into the slot in that.
Well, he was playing it throughout. He was playing it throughout camp.
Yeah, but I'm saying
he won't be a stranger.
That's like an after the bye week thing.
Yeah, but you're in the middle. My point, Barrett, is that you're in the middle of a game that at the time was still tight. Remember, the 4th and 1 ended it. Are you just like? Wouldn't you feel more comfortable just having Stahl run those routes that he's run each week as opposed to asking Gainwell? Now, to your point, now you have a full week against the Saints.
Yeah.
Well, see, I would say put Kenneth Gainwell in there, kind of like what they said in the Manning podcast. Odell Beckham Jr. He had just got there, so he didn't know the offense.
He ran 2 practices or something,
right?
With him, right.
So they tried to
But still, though, they put them in the best positions they could. Like when they were out there running 2-minute offense, it's going fast. So you don't put him over there with other receivers. You line him up out wide. That way, he just has to worry about one route. He can just be told, "All right, you run this route." Because if he goes on the other side of the field and he's with other guys, he might mess their routes up. He might bring a defender to the guy who's supposed to be the primary, and he's not supposed to be there.
It looked like he slowed down on that play, that the pick early in the game when they tried to force it deep to him.
Right. So I mean that's it. Put him over there where they can. It's only like 4 basic routes you can run from out there. Either you can go out there, or you can run a deep end, a comeback, or a 9 route. It's not really much of a play selection. You know what I'm saying? An out and up. Have him out there by himself. So put him away. That's just a play. You can just give him and he can run that route. Well, the same thing with Kenneth Gainwell. Put him in the slot. All you got to do is tell him, "Hey, man, we'll run a jet sweep. You just run a jet sweep. All right, we want you to run a slant from right here or run a wheel route from right here." It's easy to put those guys in there because, number one, he's played it before. He played it all through camp, and I'm sure they give him reps during practice also. Just put him out there, receivers, have some basic stuff for him, get the ball in his hands, run a little tunnel screen for him, a wide receiver screen for him. Anything to get the ball in his hands, because once he gets it in his hands, he's special. but he's becoming a liability when he's back at running back and he has to pick up the blitz. He doesn't know where to go, where he fits in, how to help the offensive lineman out. More times than not, he's tripping the offensive lineman when he does go to try to help. So get him out of that situation. Put him somewhere where he can be an effective type of player. And it just so happens that Jalen Reagor hasn't been effective. And I thought he was going to be effective. I thought they found something in the Detroit game in which they could implement him and make him a better player. He ran those jet sweeps, those reverses, and all those type of things. But I guess they just couldn't get the ball to him again this last week. So I'm just throwing stuff out there. You know, maybe they can use Kenneth Gainwell, because once Sanders gets back, it will be a travesty to not play Howard as much as they've been playing him.
Yeah.
It would be a literal
really
travesty.
good.
Yeah. You can't mess that up, man. You can't mess that up.
Well, what happens if the defense, in this case, I know it didn't happen in Denver, but then again, the Saints aren't coming off a ridiculous win where we see letdown happen all the time. The Saints are coming off a tight loss. And this is the team that usually comes in after that and gets a win. So the one thing that I think we can talk about here would be what happens if New Orleans shuts the running game down?
Yeah.
Well,
then
I mean,
what's the plan B?
They are the number one ranked run defense in the NFL. So that's definitely a possibility. But you still have that notion that you've told everybody in the league that we can run the ball when we want to.
Yeah. And in
so you can still play action off of it. You
can
still play action off of it.
Okay.
You can still, run that, everything in that offense, because they have that threat still sitting there in their back pocket. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's time this Eagles team gets to a point where it doesn't matter what you're ranked as far as stopping the run. Right. You're going to do what you're going to do. You're
this
going to
is who we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was getting to the point where I was tired of, all right, well, they can't, they're ranked 25th against the pass, so we're going to pass the ball. Man, later for that. Run what you want to run and let the chips fall where they
don't
may.
be reactionary. Set the tempo yourself.
Exactly. Show who you are. Make them adjust off what you're doing. And that's how you win football games. That's how you become a dominant team.
Yeah.
When I was with the Steelers, we were a dominant team because we didn't care how many. You could put all 11 guys in a box. We're still going to put bunch formation to the right, and then we're going to turn around. We're going to hand the ball off to Jerome Bettis, and he's going to get us 4 yards. We're going to do that 3 times, and we're going to have a first down. I don't care who you put in there. And that's the attitude you have to have.
Well, look, the modern version of that is Hurts, is it not? Like, should be able to run Hurts no matter what the scenario is.
Exactly. And he's the most efficient. The past 3 games, he's been the most efficient running quarterback in the league. More efficient than Jackson, more efficient than Allen. He knows when to run it. He knows when not to run it. I mean, he caught the Broncos in a situation where they were man. He could have dumped it off for a little 5-yard game to the running back.
Well, those guys all have their backs turned.
Everybody had their backs turned. And he had like a 40-yard run.
Right.
That's him maturing.
Right down the middle of the field, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So those are things he's starting to learn. He's starting to be abreast of, and he's going to get better and better with this. Now, I'm not saying, he's going to be, the next Messiah. He's, franchise quarterback. But I'm saying he's definitely putting his bid in for it. He's working his ass off to be that guy.
I agree he's getting better at it, but I don't know how sustainable it is to have your quarterback being your number one rusher.
Well, I mean, if you
at
look
this
at
level, I just don't still believe in that.
I know, Harry. I feel you on that, but they're doing it in they're doing it in Baltimore.
Yeah, and until they get to the playoffs,
right?
And then he gets shut down, right? I mean, he's great for 16 games in the regular season. He's fun to watch. But somehow in the playoffs, sometime in January, they shut him down.
And that's why we need to develop this next receiver.
Right.
We've got to develop somebody other than Smith to take some of that off of Jalen
Well, they'll have to go
Hurts.
get a veteran in the offseason, too.
Oh, there's no question about that. We have to.
Like who?
I don't know, but just somebody that's got some experience. That
Maybe we go get the kid from Michael Thomas.
Broderick Thomas?
Michael Thomas.
Oh,
from New Orleans?
From New Orleans, yeah.
Is he going to be available?
They don't want him in. They don't want him down in New Orleans.
Yeah, but that means he's going to get traded. Like, you're going to have to give something up for Thomas. He's coming off injury, multiple injury issue here.
And that's why
what is his injury? What is it?
We don't
It's
even
the
know.
ankle, right?
Is it?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, he's under contract for a couple more years.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. Now this could be like a Kawhi thing, just not trusting the team doctor, trying to get out of there. But even Kawhi had time sooner on his contract to get out.
There's actually an out after next year.
After next year, there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, either way it goes, man. This team is starting to learn how to play. And that's the biggest thing. They're learning this coaching style, and they're finally starting, put one step forward. They went lateral or backwards so many times during the beginning of the season. Now they're getting to the soft part of the schedule where they should win it. And they're going and beating teams that they should win.
I'll tell you who is going to be available is that Tim Patrick guy from Denver. I kind of liked him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big target. Yeah, he's a big target. They'll get Hamler back from injury. I don't know if they can keep all those guys together anyway, right?
No, you have Sutton and Judy, right?
Yeah.
A lot invested in those guys.
A lot, an awful lot.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know. What's this offense? I mean, the offense is basically Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins. Use your ability to get open. Devontae's running some pretty basic routes. He's just doing it better than most people in the NFL right now with speed. Dallas Goedert is running, pretty consistently simple routes as well. Quez Watkins is just beating people because he's so talented, right, from a speed standpoint. And then he started running the football like we've all been asking.
Mm-hmm.
But is this like Kyle Shanahan level of deception and intricacy that we see on the line? Probably not, right?
No, it's
they
not
don't run near as much. They don't run motion on practically every play. San Francisco, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sound negative or like I'm nitpicking, because I think that this conversation had not the three of us alone, but I think this conversation has turned into something more too, which is with Sirianni himself. I think right now you're getting just a basic, Sirianni's not getting in the way. That's right. What this is right now. Sirianni is just not getting in the way right now.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, and the quarterback has made some strides.
Yeah, but that should come with experience, though, Harry. I would be surprised if Jalen Hurts, with all of this time and action out on the field, didn't make strides and improve. It just seems like in the first start of the season, the coach was trying to get in the way.
Yeah.
Play calling.
Well, he was doing what the owner wanted him to do.
Yeah, now it's just like, hey, I'm going to let my guys make plays.
Mm-hmm.
I think the players making plays is this offense. And they've got talent on this offense. So we shouldn't be surprised when they start winning a game or putting up points on offense. But I mean, what's Sirianni doing?
Sirianni right now understands what he needs to be doing, and he's doing it very well right now.
Yeah, not getting in the way of his talent.
And nothing wrong with that.
It's a great. You know what? I'll give you props on bringing that up, Barrett, because we all would strive in whatever respective field we work in to have a manager like that. Who just says, all right, you guys go out there and you win this game.
Right, and trust in your players.
Exactly.
And your coaches.
Trust in your employees.
Well, and the owner, too. That's the thing with the owner. Just, hire the right guy and then entrust that he knows what to do.
Right.
Instead of trying to micromanage the shit from the front office.
Right.
There lies the problem. But, hey, at the end of the day, even with the owner saying, look, you can't do this anymore, it comes down to, all right, I can't continue to keep getting my ass kicked. I'm going to lose my team, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to lose my job, number two, because results, this is a results-driven league, and those results are bad. So if I keep doing this, getting my ass kicked, you're going to fire me because I'm losing, number one.
Right.
Even though I'm doing what you're telling me to do. But number two, all these people, all these other coaching staffs and all these other teams be like, all right, well, he's a loser anyway, so we're not going to hire him.
Yeah.
So it comes down to, hey, you know what? Let me just win. Ask for forgiveness later.
All right. Now, I know we got a break, but on the other side, we talk about Sirianni. What about Gannon? Because his philosophy was different last week, like it was against Detroit. What's that going to look like this week? Does he give any respect?
He didn't do anything different.
Yeah, he did.
He just allowed people to make the only difference in that game on defense was people made plays. We got a break. All right. Let's come back. Let's talk about it. It's the middle.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
As a hardworking American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm. Find out why they say, "We got this."
The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull beef jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
Basketball is part of how we grew up in this city. And every morning, IBEW Local 98 members take their best shot building this city, rescuing our community from decay, and inspiring the young men and women of the region to take pride in who we are, like the Hawks who will never die. Local 98 members love tradition. John Doherty, business manager of Local 98, says it this way: the best way not to forget where you come from is to never leave.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the game. Go for the hits. Go for the fans. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? Look at this man over there in a trash can. What was it?
Throw him in a dumpster or something.
Right.
Hey, look at that. This man
lives in a trash can. My boy Eytan, man.
Oh,
But hey,
my God.
we're discussing, what is this offense as they go forward? I mean, I love the fact that they're doing what they're doing and being unapologetic for it. Keep running the rock. Keep pounding it. I don't care. Nobody else cares. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just keep pounding it, man. That's your identity now.
Right. But
Keep
what about
going.
the defense? Does this scheme, does he play a little bit tighter on receivers this week because he doesn't respect Simeon?
Yes.
Kind of like he didn't respect Goff or Bridgewater.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. He doesn't respect them, so he has a whole totally different mindset on how he approaches and how much pressure and how close these receivers are up on. These DBs are up on these receivers,
Mm-hmm.
and and it comes just from that, from the respect factor of who he thinks this quarterback is. He has no fear in this quarterback. He's going to keep everybody as close as they can because he's going to load that box up. There's going to be a lot of man-to-man because they're going to load the box ups to stop Kamara.
And Slay made plays in both of those games.
Yep.
The Detroit
Exactly.
game and last week.
Exactly. And I hope he's all right. You know, he was counted on
These quarterbacks are terrible, man. Come on.
exactly. So and that's what what we're going to see.
Changed.
That's going to be what we see the next couple of weeks, man. Probably for the remainder of this season. The best quarterback we're going to see is who? Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they see him.
If they see him,
If they see him.
So I mean,
you probably have to rank him Dak and then Heineke, right?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I would put Jones over Heineke.
You would?
At this point.
They're both bad.
You get Saquon Barkley back. If that offense is remotely healthy, I trust that offense over Washington.
In fact, whatever game plan they put in, it should be the same game plan they're going to play against the Giants because they got to stop the run. They have to stop the run.
What if they get Flacco against the Jets? That would be kind of funny.
That probably would.
Yeah.
They probably would. I mean,
he might torch us. He might.
I mean, if you're the Jets right now, don't you have to go to Flacco? If they go back to Wilson before the end of the season and it continues in a bad direction, that could ruin that kid.
Well,
I think they're already looking.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. He wasn't that good. They overvalued him. And because they overvalued him, he's going to play that way. That's just who he is. It's just who he is.
Yeah. I don't know, Barrett. You're so negative when it comes to talking about these quarterbacks. Can't you see the stream? Come on. This situation here.
How about Doug? What did you say? Doug Peterson what?
Huh?
Wow. Doug Peterson to the Giants. Next head coach, Doug Peterson. That would be
pretty interesting.
That would be amazing.
I wish it would. That would be
Why
great
would it happen?
drama.
I don't think Joe Judge gets fired at the end of this year.
I think so.
You don't?
No, I think it's something next year.
What about the GM though? And maybe Gettleman gets the axe.
Yeah. That could happen.
But if you ask Gettleman, the next guy comes in is going to want his own coach.
Oh no, I get that. But I think
maybe not till next year.
Yeah, that's what my belief. Because you're also, I don't know, like
we got to say this: the players hate him.
No, I get that. I'm not saying
they hate Judge.
Yeah, their guys retired. He was making players retire. They were running after. I believe if he could, he would try to run them after the game. I mean, after the game. You know, so I was watching. I broadcast this little. What wasn't a broadcast? I just called this high school football game, and after the game, they had lost, and they made them run sprints, one sprint for every touchdown. Every touchdown that they scored on them. Can you believe that?
That's old school, man.
Right. And that's what dude was doing, man. It
can't do that when guys have guaranteed money, man. They'll tell you to shut the hell up.
Right. This isn't college,
right?
Where you can recruit over the kid or just.
Or only like 5 guys have guaranteed money.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And rightfully so. Good for them.
Now, did you see? Speaking of the Jets, on apparently Rex Ryan took Robert Saleh to task on Get Up yesterday. I believe this happened.
No, I have them blocked on my Twitter feed. So,
well, he must have torched.
Who's watching this?
He must have torched Robert Saleh. Pro Football Talk tweeted this. It's the only reason I know this.
Well, they have me blocked. So
they tweeted.
Yeah,
they
Mike
tweeted
the block because he's a puss.
They tweeted the link to whatever he said, and Robert Saleh's brother is on Twitter. His name is David Saleh.
Is this like the Jokic brothers who were on Twitter?
Yeah, right. Dude. Did you see the video of that Jokic brother sitting near the court side the one time? There was an altercation on the floor. He looked like he wanted some. Like he's a big dude too, man.
No, he wanted to give him to him, huh?
Oh man, he wanted to get in there.
He snuck something in the arena too. I can tell you that.
Is that right?
Yeah, no doubt believe in that one.
Well, David Saleh tweeted, Rex Ryan took over a good Mangini roster. David.
Oh, this is the brother.
The brother. Won with it the first 2 years and lost with his own roster every year after. The only person making comparisons is you in an effort to stay relevant. Stick to podiatry and eating cheeseburgers, clown. Whoa. Podiatry because of his foot fetish.
Yeah.
I
like the cheeseburger shout better.
Yeah.
Bam. Oh.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Pretty good. That made my day.
That needs to get more attention, that tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rex Ryan's like, I'm just said what the producer told me, man.
Right. Right.
Come on.
Yeah. Because Greeny probably went to Graziano first,
Yeah.
who gave like a different take on it where it wasn't Robert Saleh. And then Rex Ryan came in as the ex-coach and clobbered him.
Wow.
Is Graziano a staple on that show?
Graziano's on there, I think, every day. Yeah.
Oh, to talk Jets and Giants football?
I think pretty much NFC East and Jets. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Does any other team get recognition on that show, or is it just the ones that the hosts like?
Big, what do they call him? Swagoo.
Swagoo.
The Swagoo. He talks about the Cowboys all the time.
Yeah, he played for the Cowboys.
Big
Spears.
Marcus Spears.
Oh.
Swagoo is what Greeny refers to him as.
And you still watch? You have a grown man referred to as the Big Swagoo by another grown man. Are you still watching this show?
Well, if it's on, I'm on the treadmill and I can't really hear it. I just see it.
Wow, this is much worse than me trying to stand for the regular broadcast. Like, this is terrible. You watching Get Up? Come on.
I think he went to LSU or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
did. Spears went to LSU.
Seriously, I am judging you right now.
And he's one of the number one football guys.
Spears is on the SEC network too. He does that Saturday morning thing with Feinbaum from. It's
That's
like a
fine.
game day.
No. Look, I'm sure there are great people, smart people that work for ESPN. But if anybody is put in the capacity of Get Up, then when they're on that show, they're out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not listening to
Foxworthy or what is he's on that show a lot.
Yeah, come on.
Who else?
He does the show with Greeny, right?
Yeah.
And he's pretty good. You hear him on radio?
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. Who's that?
Foxworthy. Not
He
Jeff
played cornerback.
Foxworthy. Not
played
you might
corner.
be a redneck Foxworthy.
I've
It's
never had
Foxworth.
any need.
I guess it's
for-
Foxworth probably.
Yeah.
I've never had any need for it. It's amazing. It's amazing. See that?
There's
Joey
limited
B,
options.
The negative Nancy of the show.
There's limited options at like 8 a.m. though. If you're on you're on exercise.
Listen up, Joey B. All right. I have 7 jobs in sports, and I'm about to announce an 8th one. And I don't watch ESPN. I don't watch Fox Sports. I don't waste my time with what Swagoo or Mike from wherever up there and Bristol is saying. Yeah, exactly. And look at that. I'm doing all right in this business. It's amazing. It should be a red flag when you see people who are constantly going back to that shit. And that's negative. I'm having a great time working in sports. And I don't have to subject myself to the shit that you go back and forth on with people on Twitter. It's amazing.
What are you eating?
I don't give a fuck anymore. Go ahead. Talk about whatever you want. Go ahead and talk about Big Swagoo.
Okay. Oh, man. I can't wait till that Jets game. You imagine getting pumped for that? Trying to sell the Jets-Eagles game?
Jets, Jets.
I mean, I'm thinking about trying to get a guest on for like a show. And like, who do you go to?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to come on and talk about the Jets? If you have to cover that team year after year after year after year, that's got to be it's like you'd rather be in a correctional facility.
Well, then you see most guys are like that.
Terrible.
What do you mean?
Oh,
cover that team.
They cover that team. They're like, I don't know. They're
Miserable?
just like, I'm just
Beaten down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a
so
tough
Buffalo's gonna beat them Buffalo might beat them by 50.
They just did beat them by like 48-10 or something this past week. Who do the Jets have this week?
Miami.
Yes, actually, that's a game that could be somewhat close.
Yeah, I'd tell you something about the game there, but we'd be accused of not talking about the Eagles or being negative on Nick Sirianni or something.
Yeah, that line's 3.5.
There's a huge play in that game, but I'm a degenerate talking about it.
Might be Flacco.
No. Let me tell you, there's a great play in that game.
What's that?
That's all right. We're not a sports betting show, so I don't want to waste people's time here.
The under.
No, actually, it's not.
No?
No.
Oh, boy.
I'll release it on Twitter.
Okay. It'll be a Twitter release.
Oh,
Dude, there's a lot of crap games, though, this week. San Francisco, Jacksonville, Miami, the Jets, Houston, Tennessee.
I don't mind.
Detroit, Cleveland, Baltimore, Chicago. Ugh.
Some of these
Baltimore,
lines, though,
Chicago.
were really short and
Yeah.
unnecessarily short. I think they're trying to get you on this. Like, Buffalo's only laying 7 at home against the Colts.
Yeah.
Really? Don't feel
Well,
bad. I'm not pissed off.
I mean, Buffalo, outside of beating up on the Jets for 2 straight weeks, did not look good offensively and got beat by a bad team.
Right.
But I see what you're saying.
Right.
I mean, Arizona, Seattle. I mean, there's are 2 teams. Arizona's banged up, coming off a loss. Seattle just looks awful. Arizona's only favored by 2.
So this week's Thursday night.
Is that
game
assuming
is,
Kyler Murray plays, do you think? Because it's still up in the air.
Yeah, that is it. I think so.
Is it?
Yeah, because he's making a difference not being on the field, man. I mean, he's
No, but
really
I'm saying, are we sure that he's back?
No, we're not.
No, so
I think I think he was really supposed to be back this week, wasn't he? They were talking about him being back this week, so I guess.
Well, it was a game time decision.
Yeah, game time decision. If it's a game time decision, more so than likely, he'll be back this week. This Thursday night's game. You guys watching this Thursday night's game?
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch the scouts' perspective and check that out.
Well, that's now a new wrinkle to it. But would you normally have watched it? No.
Probably not. I'm going to tape the Temple basketball game at 4 in the afternoon. I probably would watch that for a little bit.
Okay.
Well, Falcons play the Patriots. I mean, Patriots, man, coming off of.
Oh, it's a Super Bowl rematch, Barrett. That's probably how they're going to have to sell it. 28-3 at halftime.
No, you'll get. Trust me, you'll get something from that game. I don't think it's going to be as shitty as people make it out to be.
Well, I mean,
47.5 point total. There's some points will be scored in that game.
The Falcons aren't just a pushover anymore. Yeah, the Falcons aren't a pushover anymore, and New England's not a pushover anymore. So this the battle.
New
of
England's
the
probably going to make the playoffs,
right? You know what I'm saying? This is a battle of regular teams. You know what I'm saying? This is the middle of the pack guys. These are the guys that that are probably looked at being in the playoffs.
Yeah, like the 6-7 seed guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Green Bay, Minnesota is a good game. I think the Saints-Eagles game will be a good game. Dallas, Kansas City, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, one of these is going to be a dud. Watch. I mean, you know that. And you're going to find it. Like, I guarantee you right now, there's going to be a game on here that you've passed on that's going to be the highest scoring game throughout the day. And it's not going to be the Cowboys in Kansas City.
Detroit and Cleveland, a 48-45 slobber knocker.
Don't put it past them.
I know.
Seriously, don't put it past them.
I would love to see
Raiders.
Detroit get their first win against Cleveland. I can't stand Baker Mayfield, Stefanski, and that frickin' organization.
They're 10-point home favorite, too.
And you let your brother know that, Barrett, too. We should. He's not popping off
the game.
Right. When do they play Pittsburgh next? Probably at the end of the year.
Yeah, probably like
I think it's like 2 and isn't it right? Second to last.
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
your brother can't be popping off right now with the way.
No. He's been quiet as a church mouse when it comes to Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
But I'll probably get a call once we get off the show.
Oh yeah,
pop off.
Not the pop off vodka.
No,
that stuff's terrible.
Come on, it's almost as bad as the Browns.
Like, I wouldn't even mix that stuff.
Right.
What is that bad?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm sure you've had it at K-State. You probably didn't even notice it.
Well, I probably had it at college too and didn't notice it.
Everybody's had it at college.
It's like $13 for a gallon.
Half gallon.
Yeah. No, it's big. It's big business. Pop off vodka, man.
Yeah, they play Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh, the second last game of the season.
Right.
And it's a Monday night game.
Okay.
That's when we got to get them on.
Are we getting them on?
Last year, last year it was some excitement.
Wasn't that the Myles Garrett thing where he swung the helmet?
Yeah, yeah. Was that last year?
Or was that 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
But it was good last year because remember they had just, at the time the Steelers were like 10-0, and the week before they played against Buffalo, and Buffalo ran right through them, beat the hell out of them. Then they turned right back around and played in Cleveland, and Cleveland beat the hell out of them. So we're like, oh, this is the demise of
well, yeah, they lost 5 of the last 6 games that year.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it's like, it went totally downhill after that Buffalo game. Totally downhill. They couldn't stop anybody, and they couldn't catch a pass to save their life.
Nope. Not at all. You're right.
So I think it'll be a pretty good game.
What's that? No, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I think you're right. It's probably going to be more of a good game than not.
Yep.
Especially, you look around too. Texans, Titans. That's going to be high scoring. Watch.
Texans, Titans.
Yeah. Watch. 44.5. That should be much lower. But the Titans defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You're right about
Their
that.
quarterback's back in Houston.
I'll tell you what, Bengals Raiders is going to be a really, really good game.
I got Cincinnati at -1.
Off a bye? Aren't they off a bye?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just don't trust the Raiders right now, man.
Yeah, I don't either.
They got a lot of stuff going on in that organization, man.
Yeah.
I mean, their 2 first-round picks from 2020 are gone off the team.
Yeah.
Gone. How does that happen? Well, I'm not going to ask how it happened. There's a lot of stuff that happened. But, I mean, that's crazy. That's definitely crazy. Head coach gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Gruden is suing the NFL?
Yeah, he's suing Goodell.
Yeah, and Goodell. He's suing them.
He might have a case.
He does have a case.
Sports law lust.
Right. I mean, it's they had that under their possession for what, 3 years and didn't say anything about it, 2 years?
Right.
And just let it be there. And then they leaked it out. I'm like, who did Gruden piss off? They leaked it out.
Well, yeah, he's suing Goodell.
Right. As he should.
Of course, because it was vendetta driven, but at the same time, they realized that, well, the nature of what they're releasing is not going to make the victim sympathetic.
Right.
Like nobody's going to stand up right
Nobody's going to feel bad for Gruden.
Right.
Yeah.
But the problem was, like any half-wit plan here, was they didn't think through that it was in the middle and like really as a result of an investigation with another team.
On another team, yeah.
Exactly.
Which nothing came out negative
right.
about.
Which didn't smoke screen anything. It just got people asking, well, yeah, sure, John Gruden said some really vile shit on email, but
he's
what
got
about
go.
all this other stuff?
Right. Yeah. What are we going to learn about the pertinent stuff that you went into the investigation about?
Right.
Yep.
We still don't know anything about what went on in Washington. We know about the stuff that went on in Washington, but there have been no
names attached to it, and nobody
nothing.
got fired for it.
Right.
With all the incidents with the cheerleaders and all that,
pimping them out and stuff. And
I mean,
come
that's
on,
when
man.
we had Nick Ferguson on. He had an interview with that woman. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's wild, isn't it?
I saw our boy Gil conversing with Ferguson. Evidently, he was pimping him on his show. Probably had him on for a good 35-minute segment.
Well, is that after we had him on?
I think it was right after we had him on. Yeah.
Wow, that is a shady move. Right there.
It is. it is.
I need a guest. Hour number 4. Heard this Ferguson guy on the middle is pretty good.
Oh my God,
Josh, why don't you reach out?
Josh, text Barrett, see if you get the number. Don't lie, you got to text him, Gil, asking for that number, didn't you? Don't lie to us.
Wow, that's how it happened.
Come on, man. Seriously?
Wow.
I think so. You know, Nick.
Wow.
He was asking for you. Is this what happened?
That's what happened?
Yep, that's what happened. That's how it works. Oh, he did he?
Awful. Awful.
All right, so I'm trying to book
Jari for tomorrow.
Jari said he's definitely gonna be on tomorrow.
Well, like what time?
I told him he got either 11:30 or 12:30.
Okay. That sounds good.
Jari Evans.
Now, SD on the stream said we should get Jen Sturger on to talk Jets.
Oh, wow. Stream's gone silent.
She's out in LA, like trying to be a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
She's not associated with the Jets anymore.
No.
I think that whole Brett Favre thing was the end of the Jets Association.
Right.
I think the Jets were just like, look, why don't you both stay the hell away from us? Like Favre, you don't associate with us, and Sturger, you don't associate
We
with
do
us.
enough to put ourselves in a bad light with the media on a weekly basis with the way we play football and operate this team. We don't need this.
Absolutely.
They all see it. They
Yeah.
saw our product on the field. They all see it. We all see it. We don't need anything else.
Right.
No. Isn't
Now,
that amazing?
Can anybody tell me
Yes.
what is the big 3:30 game on Saturday for college football? Because Michigan State, Ohio State is freaking noon.
Well, that's just the Big Ten doing Big Ten things this year, isn't it?
Well, it's Fox too, probably. It's probably that big noon game
Yeah.
on Fox, which has kind of ruined football on Saturday to me. I like the 3:30 game to be a good game. Because then I can play golf and I can, just have lunch, what I mean, and come home and then.
Isn't there though a ton of, I love the fact this is like, give me London games, give me as much football as I can consume. I want a game at 9 a.m. somewhere in China on Saturday. Like I want to watch football all day.
Oh, okay. You know what
wanna
it is?
wait?
It's the SMU game, bro.
SMU Cincinnati's at 3:30.
SMU Cincinnati 3:30.
They have to hype Cincy up.
Yeah.
And prepare the public for a Cincinnati reality.
Because Iowa State, Oklahoma's a nooner too. So's Wake Forest and Clemson.
Wait, I thought they canceled that segment.
What's that? The
The
nooner?
nooner. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They actually
Arkansas,
did. Arkansas, Alabama. That's a blowout. Alabama's on at 3:30 every week, and they beat the snot out of everybody.
They just did with New Mexico, right? Okay, well.
Pitt, Virginia.
All I know is at 5:30 I'll be glued to the TV.
What are you watching
Today? 5:30 today?
No, on Saturday.
Oh, K-State he's talking about.
Oh,
K-State
is that
Baylor.
5:30?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought you were
5:30
talking about
K-State
something
Baylor.
else.
No. Is there anything else? Is there anything else?
I thought you were talking about today. That's what I was saying.
No. I'm watching basketball today. You guys got me locked into basketball now. So
UCLA USC at 4:00 on Saturday. I got UCLA over 7 wins. They got to win that game, and then they got to beat Cal to get to 8.
You know what's going to be an interesting game next week?
College or pro?
College. Notre Dame, Stanford.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting game, man.
Stanford?
Yeah, Stanford. A lot better than what people give them credit for. Even though Kansas State beat them.
Stanford's lost 5 in a row.
But they play well against big
They
opponents.
beat Oregon and then lost 5 in a row.
They did lose to UCLA, didn't they?
Yeah.
Watch them beat Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Well, that would be great. I'd love to see that.
Right.
Cincinnati would love to see that too. Well, no, they wouldn't,
Absolutely.
because if Notre Dame wins, that makes their win over Notre Dame better.
Well, yeah.
If Notre Dame, has only 1 loss and it's to Cincinnati, that's what they would want.
Then you can. Okay.
Yeah. So
Sixers moving.
yeah, the number,
It's amazing. 8.5 this morning.
and it's up to what, 10?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. Why is that? Embiid's still out, right?
He's out.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
Embiid's out, and the Jazz do really well against that team where they don't have their top 2 guys. Sixers. do.
Right.
Just a matter of time, man. Look at that.
Can,
Awesome.
can they move freaking Simmons and get this over with?
It's coming. I think
You
it's
think
coming.
so? It's
Yeah, I
coming
do.
soon?
It is. It is.
Before Thanksgiving?
I'll take the under. No, but it's coming. I think
Huh.
before Christmas. Yes.
Okay.
How about that? I think he's dealt before Christmas.
I would take that. That would be kind of a present.
Now that's moving it a little bit, but yeah, I would say he's out.
Dealt before Christmas.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's your Christmas gift.
There it is.
Right? Don't ask Jen Sturger for anything. You're getting that. We'll see you. Thanks again for hanging with us. Thanks to all the people watching out there. Hit that thumbs up button, please, for hanging, watching the show. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you tomorrow.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass, free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
As a hard-working American, you've never experienced how tough life can be until now. A catastrophic injury while working on the job. A personal injury from someone else's negligence. Turned away by other law firms in the region who didn't bother to learn your story. It's time to meet the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm and managing partner Brian Fritz. Badly injured? Call the Fritz & Bianculli Law Firm. Find out why they say, "We got this."
The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull beef jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
Basketball is part of how we grew up in this city. And every morning, IBEW Local 98 members take their best shot, building this city, rescuing our community from decay, and inspiring